and this is us sharing with you from the Lent booklet that was published by Unity World Headquarters. And so, my name is Juan. I'm one of the ministers at Unity on the Bay, and I'm just finding myself on Facebook so that I can share it like I just did. And so, welcome and thanks for joining us mid morning. We have things on Facebook and YouTube programming every day, every weekday. Well, actually, Sunday through Friday. Different things from Shelf Discovery with Reverend Chris on Mondays, my morning meditations on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 8:30. Now we're doing the Lent reading on Wednesdays and Fridays at 10. And of course, our Sunday services that you can catch at 9:30 and 11:15 Eastern Standard Time. Now, what we've been doing during the month of Lent is just coming on and reading from a booklet that was published for Lent. And it's a practical way, a daily devotional to support us in really uh, making it count this Lenten season. Really uh, taking the opportunity to move through Lent as a process of preparation and releasing that which no longer serves us and being open to new ways of being. So I am not going to take any longer. I'm going to be reading from today's reading. And by the way, if any of you would like to get the Lent booklet, if you haven't downloaded it already, you can just follow the prompts that are. There we go. I put a link on the comment section. Hey, Juanita, good seeing you here, and all of those that are joining us. So, as it normally happens with these type of daily devotionals, I feel like it was written just for me, and I bet you're going to feel like it was written just for you in this moment. So let's take a look at what it says for Friday, March 11th. I release pessimism and negative thinking. I have a dear friend who closes all of our correspondence with, "It's love or fear. Which do you choose?" I always enjoy seeing that reminder. Pessimism is a form of fear. And when I let my mind wander in fear, I can see the worst in things and expect the worst possible outcomes. Pessimism can also be seen as faithlessness. Someone challenged me 30 years ago to try to think of a problem I was having and think about God at the same time. I was certain I could think of them both at the same time, but of course, I was unable to do it. The experiment left me with the understanding that my thoughts are truly a choice: love or fear, optimism or pessimism, God or my troubles. Now, I have to tell you that as I was reading this earlier this morning, I thought, that sure sounds like the golden key. And then I read the next paragraph, which says, "This is the basis of Emmett Fox's The Golden Key: to stop thinking negative thoughts and turn your thoughts to God instead. When I turn my thoughts to God, I remind myself of the things I know to be true. There's only one power in the universe, God, and that power is always working on my behalf." And from Romans chapter 8, verse 28, we know that all things work together for good for those who love God, who are called according to his purpose. Hey, Pam. And so that's the reading for today. And interesting enough, I actually, the last time I spoke on a Sunday, it was actually about being positive, and having that positive mindset, not falling into the trap of pessimism, even though there are so many things happening in our individual and collective lives in this moment that could have opened the way for us to be pessimistic about it, or feeling dark, or in grief even over it. And we can move through those feelings. It's not about denying those feelings, but recognizing that choice, love or fear, optimism or pessimism, and which one feels better. I mean, really, in all honesty, if we just think about how we feel when we're optimist or how we feel when we're pessimist, which of those two would you rather feel in that moment? And two of the things that I mentioned in that talk that could really help us have a more positive mindset is curiosity and is gratitude. Curiosity, like, well, what's really going on here? Why am I feeling this way? Where is God in this situation? And then gratitude, finding something to be grateful for. It doesn't have to be the thing itself or the challenge itself, but something to be grateful for because it moves us, shifts us into a different energy field, which is what I believe is what the golden key really does. It's like that Einstein quote that I'm going to butcher here, but you can't solve a problem by the same consciousness that created it. And so we can't be stuck in the same energy that has created the challenge or our perceived experience of the challenge. We have to shift the energy. We have to shift the consciousness. We have to shift our focus in order to be able to respond to it from not only a place of optimism, but really from a place of truth and from a place of power, right? Be empowered in that. And so the golden key is a great example of it. Emmett Fox just says, whenever there's a challenge, whenever there's a problem, just focus on God and just call out the name of God, whatever you call God, God, divine mind, uh, uh, big energy, the universe, divine love, divine peace, whatever brings you to the place of thinking of God, just say it or think it over and over and over again. Again, for me, the trick is that it shifts our energy, right? And also, as it's like, think about when we call somebody, somebody's on the other side of the room and we want to get their attention. We call out their name, and that usually brings them over, right? Or makes them pay attention to us. Same way, it's like almost like sometimes we're stuck in the problem or the situation or the negative experience. And it's like being on the other side of the room from positivity, opportunity, all that God is. And so by just calling out the name, calling out, it's almost like, hey, come over here. And we're sort of activating that energy. And so that's sort of where I've landed with today's reading. Um, Wondering for those of you who are watching, right? Like, have you experienced a shift in an experience or a situation when you went from being negative about it or being stuck in victimization to thinking optimistically that something is going to give, that there is something emerging that we can hold on to? I feel like we've all had some of that experience, and sometimes we just forget, and we don't lean on them enough. So I guess for me today, it's about really making that choice, being curious, being in gratitude, to be optimistic, thinking of God, whatever I want to call it in that moment, and just allowing the energy that I call forth by speaking God's name to take hold in mind and heart. I hope that you take the opportunity today to do the same thing. I'm going to put a link on the comments section now for those of you who don't have this Golden Key booklet and would like a free copy. The book by Emmett Fox that the reading today um, focused on, you can download it for free by going to the Unity World Headquarters website. And I hope you do. It's a very short, but very potent and powerful reading. Thank you again, everyone, for joining us. Hi, Julia, Pam, and CJ, and Christina. So great having you on a Friday morning at 10 a.m. So Be blessed, everyone. Have a good day.